Hey guys, it's Lauren. So today I'm going to be reading Let It Snow. So yeah, so script alert if you're watching this. I really liked you reading it. So yeah. So I'm gonna read it. So yeah. Okay. Danny made his way through the crowded halls of the Amity Park Mall, shopping bags gripped tightly so he wouldn't lose them as he pushed his way through the throngs of people, gritting his teeth. He tried to remind himself that he vowed to have a positive attitude about the holidays. The crowds were getting his last nerve. Even if he heard I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus one more time, particularly given the interest his own mother had with the guy in red, he was going to prove some editorial commentary to the mall's sound system via his grocery. Okay. On the upside, most of his Christmas shopping was done. Books on the paranormal for his parents, a psychology book for Jazz, and a gift card to Tucker's favorite electronics store. The only gift he had left to buy was for Sam. It was proving to be an exercise of frustration. Usually, she was easy to shop for. Anything from Skulk and Lurk would be a sure hit, as would a CD from one of their favorite bands, or even some novelty Halloween item he'd pick up in the clearance bins in early November. Would do. This year was their first holiday as a couple. Danny didn't want just a regular gift. He wanted something special, something that would light up her face and make her smile, would tell her how much she meant to him. Finding such a gift, however, proved to be a fruitless task. She didn't like jewelry or flowers or the usual romantic gifts. And anything else he could think of seemed to say, I like you, more than I like you, was enough to sour even his most valiant efforts at holiday cheer. Fortunately, he's meeting Sam Tucker in the food court, and Sam loved the holidays. He hoped her good mood would rub off on him. His hopes faded, however, when he reached his destination and found Sam slumped over, her head resting face first on the table. Danny slid into a seat beside her, giving Tucker a questionable look across the table. Tuck merely shrugged in response, and Danny turned his attention back to Sam. Excuse me, I'm looking for my girlfriend. Maybe you know her. She's usually kind of cynical, but Christmas always turns her into Susie Sunshine. Seen her anywhere? Sam sat up and gave him a baleful glare. What? You're the only one allowed to have an occasional bad holiday? No, but what's wrong? She sighed. My grandma just found out and an old friend of hers died. She flew back to New York this morning for the funeral, so she won't be home for the first night of Hanukkah. That means it's just me and my parents. You know they can suck the joy out of anything. Oh, come on, Sam. They're not that bad. Her answering glower lowered the temperature more effectively than his ice powers ever could. Okay. He put his hands up at surrender. They are that bad. Her gaze softened. It's not just that. I feel so bad for my grandma. She's at that age when she's losing a lot of her friends. It would really help if we could all just be together on the first night of Hanukkah. To top it all off, it's like 70 degrees out. How am I supposed to get into the holiday spirit in the middle of a major winter heat wave? If I could just go sledding or have a snowball fight or something, then maybe I could get into the holiday spirit even with grandma away. But no, it has to be 67 degrees out. Thank you, global warming. She plopped her head back down on the table. Danny slipped a comforting arm around her shoulders. Usually she's the one who kept him in good spirits during the holidays. If only he could return the favor. If only there was something. And then it hit him. There was something he could do. The perfect holiday gift just for Sam. Danny, where are we going? Sam tried once more to peek under the blindfold he'd made her wear, but he slapped her hand away. Stop that. I told you. You'll see when we get there. And if you keep making me slap your hand away from that blindfold, I might lose my grip on you. Since they were flying on at the moment, him losing her grip on her would have been a very bad thing. But they had arrived. Danny arrived, landed on the hill just outside town, under their tree. The same one he had given her his father's class ring, making them an official couple. Sam's nose wrinkled as her boots came to rest on the ground with a soft crunching sound. What is that? It feels like... Diana removed the blindfold and her eyes widened. It is. It's snow. The whole hill, including the tree above branches above them, was covered in a thick layer of pristine powdery snow. It glistened in the glow from the strand of battery-powered Christmas lights he strung on the tree, the only source of light since the sun had set an hour before, and the moon was only a crescent. Leaning against the tree with a big red bow was a sled. It wasn't a new sled. It was the same Danny had used every year since he was a kid. But Sam wouldn't care about new shiny. In fact, knowing her, she probably preferred the sled they used for years. Draped across the sled was her winter jacket, which he snuck out of her closet earlier. He smiled as he watched her take in the scene. Her eyes round with delight. Finally, she turned to him. Did you do this? Shrugging his smile, nothing a little dubious of use of ice powers can accomplish. Happy Hanukkah, Sam. She launched herself on him, almost knocking into the ground in the process. Thank you, Danny. It's perfect. It's the best present ever. He hugged her back, rousing the feel of her in his arms and the happiness in her voice. No, Sam, this is the best present ever. After a moment, he stepped back from her. Well, if we're gonna play in the snow, we better get to it. Ice powers or no, it's still a warm night, so it's gonna start melting soon. Then he transferred into uniform, complete with his own winter jacket. Sam went over to the tree to retrieve her jacket and slipped into it, then set the sled on its runners. What do you say? Want to go for a ride, Fenton? Or are you chicken? Crossing his arms, he arched an eyebrow at her. Who's calling chicken? Bring it on, Manson. 2 hours, several dozen snowlights, and a few snowball fights later, they found themselves back at the top of the hill, lying on their backs side by side as they made snow angels. Or by now, it was more slush angels than snow. But Danny didn't care. Sam didn't seem to care either. She'd been smiling steadily for the past 2 hours. Her olive blues completely vanished from their childlike play. Her slush angel finished. She sounded looking down at him. Her jacket was soaked, and a trickle of water dripped off the end of her nose. Reaching up, he brushed at it with his thumb. You're wet. So are you. She leaned down and kissed him, and she tasted like snow, which somewhat ironically sent warmth through him. When she finally broke away from him, she looked into his eyes, her own deep emotion. I love kissing you in the snow. It reminds me of our first kiss. He frowned up at her. Our first kiss was a fake-out, make-out, and there wasn't any snow. She punched him in the shoulder. Our first real kiss, I mean. Then she sighed. Danny, thank you so much for this. You have no idea how much I needed this. It really is the most perfect gift I ever got. You deserve the perfect gift. Us. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. She arched an eyebrow. Better than getting ghost powers. Better than getting ghost powers. Ghost powers. Conferred with a nod. It's all kind of a package deal, since that was because of you too. He reached up and tore the strands of her hair, and I really liked the whole package. Her smile lit up her face and sent another wave of heat over him. You're not so bad yourself, ghost boy. And then she was kissing him again. Happy Hanukkah, Sam, he breathed between kisses. Merry Christmas, Danny. The end. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please click like and subscribe, and in the comments let me know what video you want me to make next. Bye!